we go. Look a little bit better in here. Okay. Let's get a nice full corner on the mouth there. Okay, now I need to come in here and cut some clear edge loops for the mouth. We've got some going on already here. We've got an angle here that's not going to be the best when you start to deform that. So let's get in here and build that in a little bit better. Spin the polys where you need to. We're going to build these as if they're primary characters, so your poly counts are higher. Go ahead and come on down and get your edge loops in there. Okay, so now we can we've got something here to work with. Bring a nice full lip. Bring this forward. And he's actually looking a little small, so let's do some double checking. From the center point of the eye, straight down should be the corner of the mouth. So he is a little bit small. Let's come on in here and pull those verts around, make him have a nice full mouth area. Alright, and we've got a big area up in here to define. This will be easy to define. We've got a nice edge loop going in here. And I'll just bring this one right down here to meet this one. And get that straightened out a little bit. Now, you can also come in here and begin to define these these cornered areas just a little bit more. Of course, the nostril. And the way that we make more defined, more deeply creased areas is just by putting your edge loops close together. So we can do that pretty easily by coming in here and cutting up these polygons accordingly. So let's give that a try. I think what I'm going to do is, we got something here to deal with. Let's bring this edge loop on down. The natural crease would be in here at the eye. And then let's bring this one on down too. And if this one is needed, let's be sure to bring it right across the bridge. Okay, these lines you can end up getting deleted. Alright, let's bring this one down and around also, because that will begin to shape up the tip of the nose there. Now what I'm going to do is come in here and begin to define this area a little bit more. And you can see that I'm going to be cutting in some detail that's going to be really close together. Okay, now I don't want to be left with any of the triangles like this, so the way that I deal with those is just by welding them together and positioning them. So what I'm going to do is weld this guy to this guy, and then move him out a little bit, and there we go. Alright, now we've got a spot here to deal with. This is creating an end on here, so we'll just bring it right over. And we've got this guy to deal with. Okay. Now, in order to cut the nostril in, what I'm going to do is come in here and just begin by doing that. This again is the tip of the nose. Alright. It's going to create some ugliness up in there. And we'll just bring that down so we can get a little bit more definition of the lip. That's fine. Alright, that's one way to solve that. And then of course you'll want to need a little bit more definition up in here. So we'll bring this edge loop on down. Oops, oops. Okay. Alright, so I think you can begin getting the idea. You got some good edge looping going on. Oops, and here we want to make sure to keep those edges separate from one another as they come down to the eye, because that will begin to define our eye shape. And again, once you have, oops, click off the cut tool. once you have your edge loops that you want, you just go in here and delete the ones that are not working for you. But when you do that, you want to make sure that your vertices are welded, because if you come in here and say delete these two edges, then you come back here and select vertice, you can see that I still have a vert there, and I do not want that. It's going to cause some problems. So you want to make sure that you weld your verts. Before you delete your edges, or definitely after. Okay, this is the crease of the eye, so let's go ahead and take that up there also, and make sure that your edge loops are giving you some good definition. Alright, so I think from this little bit of work that we've done here together today, you can begin to see how you can continue to define your mesh in the way that you need to define it for your character. It's very meticulous work to get this base mesh worked out just right before you go into your high definition tools, because it's how you lay out your base mesh is going to give you the best high definition work. So I've got another problem in here. I'm just going to go ahead and target weld that over, and then I have an edge here that can go. Alright, so alright, that's the beginning. Looks like there's needs to be a little bit more pushed and pulling in here. You want a nice strong cheekbone area. Get in here and pull out some of this. The indentation comes with the temple, but all of this is actually very full, very rounded around the eye here. The bone that comes out around the eye protrudes quite a bit in order to protect that eye, and so we need to make sure that we have enough edge loops and volume in order to portray that well. So let's see, we've got some brokenness here. And come in here, define that. And I'm going to bring this back out here, because it's going to help you get that area rounded out a little bit more. I'm going to take this up and around. Make sure to complete that back there. This will also help you get a nice round, more round skull back there. And this edge loop can actually be moved slightly up and around here, so that you don't have to add another edge loop, but that you're getting a nice fullness in there. You need to add just a little bit more geometry down around the neck here, so that you can get good deformation when you're going to be